I know you wanted to talk about something today. What was one of the things you wanted to talk about today?
Well, I know it's something that we both can relate to. It's I know we've all been there. We've all liked a girl or loved a girl, and we've all gone out of our way for her. So the topic today is whether or not nice guys finish last. So
nice guys finish last. Does nice guys finish last?
Do they finish last?
Fuck yes, they do.
Why do you think that is?
A lot of times it's because of the women and the men that they choose. You know, why nice guys finish last.
Do you think women go do you think women that pick nice guys, do you think they pick them to take advantage, or do you think it's something that just happens? Well,
a lot of chicks will say that he's too nice, I'm gonna take advantage of him, so they won't even try to even date the guy. They may hang out with him, or they may use him for certain things, but they really don't want a real relationship with him. It's like I don't know, it seems like people just like to be abused. Like, they're serious. Like, I mean, it may sound fucked up, but I'm just saying. Yeah. People like abuse. People like being talked to crazy. People like that shit. Because if they didn't, they wouldn't do it. Yeah. Period. Because there's a lot of guys out here that started off as nice guys, and then they ended up being like rebels, and then they get whatever they want after that. Yeah. When you stop putting other people first before yourself, people start finding you more attractive, because it's like, oh, he don't have time for me. Let me be with him. Like, really? Like, that's the guy. But see, they don't really want you to be available for them all the time. Yeah. Like, if they call you, sometimes you can't be available. Yeah. Because then they'll feel like you don't have anything going on that's important enough to where you tell them no. Yeah. If you keep giving them everything that they want, they get bored with that. Yeah. So they want someone to always that they can go back and forth with for some reason. Because I played the nice role with a few chicks. With this one chick, I could tell you about that I dated. She lived in Arlington. She just had a situation with a dude that ended up going to jail for a murder. And it was funny how I met her. At the time, I was throwing the papers and stuff overnight, and I read the paper and I read about the whole story, but I didn't even know the person I was actually dating was the girlfriend of the dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was wild because me and my boy had talked about it, man. One of my other partners, and I used to date her. We was chilling. I met her at this place called the Cliff Club. The Cliff Club just shut down after so many years, man. That's funny. But anyway, I met her at the Cliff Club, and so we started hanging out and dating and stuff like that. And I was like the nice cat. Whenever she needed something, I was there for her. And when it came down to it, she chose a guy who basically didn't do anything for her, didn't have any money, was kind of leeching off of her, living in her place and stuff like that. But that was the guy she went with. Versus me, the person who was taking care of her, taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? I had things for myself, but I was always available for her. I was always doing things for her. And it was like it was no respect there for that.
Yeah. So do you think like making yourself available is kind of what like pushed her away? Or
they lose interest.
Yeah.
They lose interest.
They feel like you just like revolve around.
Your life revolves around them, and it really doesn't, because you're doing everything that you need to do.
You're actually going out of your way.
I'm going out of my way for you,
and they don't even see.
And they don't even see that part. Yeah. Like, I'm not really available. Like I'm making myself to be.
I just like you, and
I just like you enough, and so I'm trying to make sure that you're okay. That's a lot of what I used to do. I used to make sure you're okay. But if that's the case, well, fine, move the fuck on. You know what I mean? But I find out, like, the more that you're not available for people, the more interested they into you.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then, like, especially the crazy people, you get a couple crazy people, you show them absolutely, like, no attention. Even if they message you, they hit you up, and you know they're crazy, so you don't message them back. They will not stop messaging you. They will not stop calling you. You will get calls.
Because in some part of their mind, they feel like, oh, he's more attractive because he's not into me like that. Yeah. Like, it's like some women believe like, oh wow, like he don't like me like that. So what's wrong with him? Because every guy gives me attention. Every guy does that. So they so used to getting attention from males. Mm-hmm. The one that don't give them attention, that's what they're attracted to.
Yeah, it's kind of like the you desire what you can't have kind of thing. Like you kind of want what you can't have.
So being a nice guy,
Yeah.
you actually put yourself at a disadvantage if you want a woman.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not even like trying to say that you're not going to do right by the woman. It's just that you have to make sure that you are priority in that situation, regardless on however you feel about the woman. It's just about, I have to make sure I'm priority as far as like in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it'll bring you so many women.
Yeah. So, do you think that being a nice guy, is that like defining you as a pushover, or can you be a nice guy?
You can be pushover. You're gonna be a pushover most of the time, and that's why they don't like it.
So you can't. There's not really like an in between. You have to be an asshole. Is what you're saying?
I don't think you have to be an asshole per se, but you have to stand on principles.
You just have to mean what you say.
You have to mean what you say and do what you saying, man. You can't sit here and like,
real talk.
Okay. Let's do it your way. They don't like that, man. They want you to be dominant. They want you to be a man. That's how they feel as a man is going to be. And so, cause people got a misconception of what a man is anyway. But if you give them some kind of like, if you're a man that's about principles and you stand on those principles and things like that, people respect you more. You lose a lot of respect when you just like always trying to be liked and be nice, and people trying to please everybody. You can't please everybody. And sometimes you just got to be like real about it and say, hey, I don't have any time. I can't do this, or I can't be there, or I can't answer the phone right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just on that type of level.
Yeah.
So at that time, in that sense, you know, it's basically about how that person reacts to you and what you're giving and what you're taking in. Because it's not about being an asshole. It's just about not being so always available and ready to do whatever they need you to do to make them happy.
Yeah.
Because that's not what's going to make them happy.
Yeah.
They get bored with that. It's like people love drama. They have to have some type of drama in their life to make, because have you ever heard of like a relationship with somebody that everything is perfect, but then they still feel like it's not right?
Yeah, all the time. And,
the person is perfect for them. They doing things for them. They going places. Everything is perfect, but then the relationship still ain't right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it has a lot to do with, I think, a person's character, because there are a lot of people that are just never satisfied. And I think that if you're one of those people that kind of like deal with that, like to where like you always need more, or you might have something perfect and you're kind of like self-sabotaging in a way, you think that it's there that like it's too good to be true, or there's got to be something. So you're always trying to find and nitpick little things and try to blow it up to make it a big deal, because you don't want it to like you're like afraid of it working out or something, you know. Like I see that happen a lot too, where people are actually kind of afraid. They're almost like self-destructive because they're afraid of it actually working out. Like, this person is actually working, things are going great, I'm freaked out, there has to be something wrong.
But you know why a lot of that is because of people. A lot of people, family life is so dysfunctional.
Oh yeah, it is.
So dysfunctional. They're not used to seeing something that is supposed to be ran.
It's almost like if you have a fucked up situation, if it reminds them of their family, they
in love with it.
Yeah, because it reminds them of home.
It reminds them of home, what they're used to.
As messed up as that is.
Yeah, and I know it sounds jacked up, but at the same time, that is a fact. Some people are so comfortable with being in dysfunction that if it's no dysfunction, they'll create it.
Yeah.
They'll create the problem.
Yeah.
Just you really don't want a person that create problems. You know, I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody that just want to create problems.
Yeah.
You know, but it happens. But I will say that, you know, if you're a nice guy, I mean, you could end up eventually getting somebody who worth it and who wants to be with you and things like that. But it just takes time, because a lot of people are not really interested in nice guys.
Yeah.
So that's why nice guys finish last.
Yeah. No, there's a stereotype. Girls usually go for the alpha male, the sure of yourself, mean what you say, do what you mean.
Well, they do that when they're still when they're still a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
See, when they got ran through and got tossed up by everybody, when they get in their 30s, when they're not the hot chick anymore.
Yeah.
Now they want to settle down with the weirdo, with the kid, with the smart kid, the guy who went out here and just.
How come the smart kids gotta be the weirdo?
Well, that's what they think. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know how it is.
You gotta have a Pookie and Ray Ray.
Yeah, they had their fun with Pookie and Ray Rays. You know what I'm saying? They done got knocked down and had about 10 kids by Pookie and Ray Rays, and now they want to go to the guy who he's successful and stuff. He should take care of
that shit.
Yeah, and they stuff ain't got that snapback no more. They got extra rolls everywhere because they're not as fine as they were. Now they 30 and 35, and now they want this high value man.
Yeah, they got some wear and tear.
But that high value man has options.
Yeah, because he doesn't have as much wear and tear.
He don't have wear and tear, and he doesn't. As men get older, and this is a fact, as men get older, we are more desirable to women. Women are not more desirable to men as they get older.
Yeah.
Because their bodies ain't as tight, they have a few kids, and you have to decide, like, especially like if you're a guy, if I don't have any kids and you have 3 of them, I'm gonna have to come into that situation to take care of you and your kids.
Yep.
I have to build a relationship with your kids because they're gonna always look at me as like, that's the nigga who just came in fucking my mama.
They will.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, unless you come in as them kids are young, it's very hard to build a relationship with them when they're older.
Yeah, yeah, and you almost have to have their father out of the picture. Like, you have to be the one that stepped up and took care of them when they needed you, and they have that relationship with you because you were there when they needed you most.
Exactly.
Yeah. But if they're teenagers and you come in and
she just look like the dude that's trying to bang their mom.
Like, they got 2 high school kids and like 1 middle school kid, they're not gonna respect you.
No, they just want you. I'm looking at you like, dude, you just over here to bang my mom. Yeah. That's it, bro. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And you really don't care nothing about me. You're not finna come to games and stuff, and you're not finna really just take care of me and everything like that. Especially if the father's around. I mean, come on, man. They don't really care. I mean, like, and people act as if kids are not smart enough. Like, kids are just as smart as anybody else.
Yeah.
Believe me, they know more than what you think they know.
Yeah, I almost think that they pick up on stuff a little bit more. I think their intuition's a little bit better than ours. I think that they're a little more sensitive.
Well, they're a little bit more innocent than us. So they don't really get caught up into all that other stuff. They're not attached to that person. Now, if they do get attached, see, that's the weird thing about this, dating and you having kids and stuff, because I know for myself, when I date, no one's met my kids, period. For what? What you need to meet them for? I remember I stopped talking to a chick because she was trying to act like she wanted to meet my kids. Mm-hmm. Seriously, I was dead serious with it.
You just cut it off.
Man, fuck yeah. She was like, bought my kids presents and shit and never even met them.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, you can get the hell on, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I really stopped talking to her because of that. Because I was like, you should be worried about if I like you first. Mm-hmm. I'm worried about my kids. My kids are fine. They got a mother.
Yeah.
They don't need you. Even though it's sorry as I may think she is or whatever I may think of her, that's still their mother. At the end of the day, that's still their mother. So yeah, I'm not trying to replace her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to do is find somebody who's going to be there for me. And if I feel like you have that down, then I can see how you interact with my kids. But even with that, if we're not even in the process of getting married, why you need to meet my kids anyway?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's not necessary because
it's not.
You're not in a relationship with them. So
it's not. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but nice guys finish last all the time, mainly. And I mean, sometimes they end up, with a good woman or whatever that's like, but it's very rare. A lot of times you got to kind of change some of your ways and think about things differently and see it differently because you can't be too nice to people. People going to take advantage of you and they're going to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
And, You got to understand that. It's just that's the way society is built, and people going to continue to do it to the end of time.
Yep. Keep saying yes, they're gonna keep taking. So you gotta stand up, say no every once in a while.
You gotta start saying no sometimes.
Yeah.
And then they'll know that you're not just some kind of pushover.
Yeah.
People, nobody want to be with a pushover.
Yeah, and you can be respectful, and you can be a nice person without getting walked.
Yeah.
On.
When I say a nice guy, you just kind of trying to please everything or every little thing that she say you trying to do.
Like a yes man.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
Yeah.
You got to be able to tell them, nah, hell no.
And sometimes, actually, no, not sometimes. Every time, women they'll test the boundaries with you just like kids do. Like you know how kids they'll see how much they can get away with.
Yeah, they do it.
Women do the same thing.
Yeah, if you say something like I remember watching this movie. It was either Pimps Up, Hoes Down, or one of them, or American Pimp, one of them. And one of them was saying, like, if you're going to be a pimp, you got to stand on what you're saying because they girls will try you.
Yeah, they're going to test boundaries.
They're going to test your boundaries, and they're going to see if you whatever you said that you would do to them, if they disrespect you, you better
do it.
You better get as close to motherfucking killing that some bitch as you can.
Yep.
To prove that shit, like, and that kind of like, that kind of made me look at that a little different, because I was like, whoa, that's kind of like raw. But then when you think about it, some women don't think that you love them unless you put your hands on them.
Yeah. No, there are women like that. They associate it with attention and craving and all that. They look at it like that's not necessarily like a form of love, but to them, like you abusing them is almost a form of affection.
Yeah,
like they look at it like it almost
like you must care a lot about
almost
me.
Almost like a woman would do the same about like a hug and a kiss.
Yeah, like
women,
that's crazy.
Yeah, you put their
like
hands.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they look at it like it's a hug or a kiss or something. Yeah.
But it's still crazy. I mean, I'm not finna put my hands on you and stuff like that, because I feel like nobody should put their hands on anybody, because I don't own you, you don't own me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, some people like that type of shit.
Yeah.
Some people want to be in a situation like where they getting put their hands on and stuff. And you got to be careful around that, because some women will put you in a situation to where you can end up going to jail behind some stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but all in all, as a nice guy, you just gotta learn to say no.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Just gotta learn to say no.
Yep. Use your best judgment.
Use your best judgment, and just understand that you don't have to always be available for people.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep. That's true.
So yeah, that's been our show. And again, like I say, if you like the show, please leave it in the comments, and please subscribe to the channel. And you know who I am. I'm Kel.
And I'm Jake.
And you have been kicking it with Kel and Jake. Peace.